As you've seen throughout this program, hospitality brands are going beyond customer service.
Hello.
And into the world of goodwill as good business. Delta taking a stand against human trafficking.
I talked to the flight deck. He's already calling it down to the OCC.
Hilton upping its philanthropic profile.
Hello, housekeeping.
Making soap recycling standard across several of its brands. Hilton's recycling program started not at the hands of the hotel, but rather an inquisitive road warrior. And although we may have the best intentions to give back and do good, well, it soon gets lost in the wealth of the next journey. For one business traveller, that was not going to be the case. He was determined to give back. For Sean Seipler, paying it forward started with a shower eureka moment.
8 years ago, I was a vice president for a global technology company, and I was on the road 4 nights a week. And as I went from one city to another, I never took the bar of soap and the bottle of shampoo with me. And so one night in a hotel room, I called the front desk and I asked them what happened to the soap when I was done with it, and they told me that it was thrown away. So I did some quick research and figured out that we were throwing away 5 million bars of soap every single day out of hotels across the globe. What could we do with that soap? Finding out that there were 9,000 children dying every day and those deaths could be prevented if we simply gave them soap, to me it just was a 1 + 1 = 3 scenario. That's what led to the launching of Clean the World. So I went on an effort to figure out how to recycle that soap, literally calling family members. 8 of us in a garage would spend all day to produce 500 bars of soap.
Today, that production is considerably larger.
The global hospitality industry has responded to the Clean the World program in an emphatic way. We have over 1 million hotel rooms that are being recycled on a daily basis. We've diverted 20 million pounds of waste. We've sent 40 million bars of soap to children, families, and mothers in 115 countries. That's Hilton's, that's Caesars and Sands and Marriott's, all coming together.
And they're doing it without getting on a soapbox, or so says Hilton's SVP, Katie Fallon.
It's not about the PR, it's about trying to find global issues that connect our business to the society around it. We've been doing it since 2011 and it's over 5 million bars of soap, but I bet that if you asked what people think about when they think about Hilton, they're not really aware of it. I mean, I hope that this conversation can change that.
They are being pushed by consumers, millennials, baby boomers, to do the right thing from an environmental perspective and from a social impact perspective. So when we come to the hotels with a very simple business proposition, for about 75 cents a month, we will completely recycle all of the amenities to families who are literally dying because of a lack of having access to those products. It's actually a very easy sale to the hospitality industry.
At the end of the day, is this just pulling at the heartstrings, or is there real science behind it?
Thinking tells me what a thing is, emotion tells me what it is to me.
Consumer psychologist Peter Murray believes it starts in the synapses.
You know, one way to define the human mind is that we're in the pleasure business. We go about doing things for which we get pleasure. Corporations can use that human instinct to help sell their products. If you buy the brand, you benefit the cause. There's a tricky part of this. Consumers and all of us today are just so inundated with those kinds of programs. For it to stick in the consumer's mind, what you need to do is go beyond or go beneath the broad general concern of whatever the environmental or social issue is and find a way to personalize. And the reason is that human beings, we don't emotionally relate necessarily to big ideas, we relate to other people. We don't wake up in the morning thinking about Hilton hotels. So for Hilton to break through, they want to have positive attitudes that might make us more likely to choose their hotel versus the other.
So big companies hire brand consultants like Interbrand to shape their corporate social responsibility.
Consider that 84% of millennials want to travel with purpose and volunteer.
So I'm trying to think of like what that shift is. If it's not responsibility, what's something that's more connected, more human?
We're in the business of building brands. We're also in the business of challenge convention, and we all have a responsibility to contribute to the well-being of the world that we live in. And when you consider the impact that business has on the world and the behavior of the business industry in travel, having CSR and purpose be an evident part of that experience will only benefit the world and benefit the individual.
When you think about Hilton versus Marriott versus whoever else, they all have different personalities. So what a social responsibility program is doing is changing our attitudes toward them and aligning them from a personality point of view with what we like.
Just pass the exit through the glass doors.
I won't miss that.
And while a hotel may not be human, chemistry matters.
No, I think we're all set.
It's a soft process, but it's a very important process because brands that have very strong personalities are very, very successful brands through development of positive attitudes in the consumer than it is generating immediate business.
Even if we are aware of all this marketing, we still fall for it.
When we do things for other people, what have we also done? We've enhanced our own self-identity. Giving something is a very powerful way to achieve that, and innately we know that, and that's why we do it.